Today I take you back to the very small incident, almost insignificant incident of my life, but it gave me one of the greatest lessons which I have been implementing all through, and I found it very convincing and succeeding in every attempt where I almost failed. It was long back when I was a kid, as my father and I was standing at the uh, veranda in a small house. We are staying in a place called Jhansi. I and suddenly he said, Zahid, there's a water tank in front of our house. We said, Zahid, have you ever gone to the top of this water tank? Has you climbed these stairs? I said, no. I was scared. He said, doesn't matter. Let's go. Let's both of us go. And I'd go right on top of the water tank. And enthusiastically, I followed him, and we both climbed up on top. That was such a sight. You can see the entire area and all these houses in a small and the roofs, the gardens, as a well laid out map. I was wondering why he has brought me here. I was simply enjoying this sight and the nothing else. He tells me, Zahid, look down. And I summoned the courage to peer down at the from so much of a height. Almost one get claustrophobic, if not vertigo. With its and down below the central square was seen so clearly, and all so many roads coming and going. You can see, and she said the surrounding pattern of the this complicated surrounding pattern of the twisting and turning of these streets. It was a very fascinating sight. He tells me, Zahid, now looked on. How many ways, roads you can see coming and going from the square? I said, there are many, there are more than one way to the square, so many ways. Then he held my hand, looked at me, smiled, and he says, my dear child, life is like that. If you can't reach your destination by one road, try another. If you get stuck somewhere because of some reason, look for another. This incident was reminded me by my one of my friend in Bangalore. He was telling me yesterday while talking. You look at the human beings are like these bloody flies and the bees. When a fly or a bee hits a glass window, she will keep banging the head to pierce through the glass because she can't think that it's a glass. It is unbreakable and impermeable. You cannot pass through. All she has to do it, fly right or left and up, and she will find her way. And he says that the same is goes for the men. Suppose a man is walking straight and hits a wall, he will keep banging the head against the wall to go through, find an exit, but he will seldom find. He will take a right or left step or look right and left to find a way. This obstinate approach, it finishes people, and that is the lesson my father wanted to give me. That if you can't reach your destination by one way, by one road, try another. Always have. In army, we have been taught the smallest of the operations when you move for any action. That think of every possible contingency. If this happened, what will be your reaction? If that happens, what will be reaction? So that you have many options with you, my friend. And that's when my father told me this, I understood why he brought me on the top of the water tank to explain a very simple thing. Earlier that day, I was begging my mother to do something about my lunch box. The friends used to get far too many things, and maybe I was getting a regular lunch. And she is too busy in her work. She is to said, okay, fine, I'll do it tomorrow. And when my father noticed me complaining and fighting where this is what he thought to do, when I appealed and to my father every day complaining for help, and this is how he decided to intervene instead of admonishing me. He says simply, Zahid, if you do not get a choice of a lunch pack, you come along with me. While on the way to the school, there are so many shops, so many places we will pick up for change, and you will get what you want. This is the way. Instead of doing this, he brought me to this high tower to give me a vivid lesson in the value of an open and questing mind. By the time we reached home, I had forgotten all kinds of grievances, and I already knew from which corner I have to pick up my uh, choice of lunch. My friend, in the years that followed, I have often seen how resigned acceptance of an apparent impasse can lead to the failure, defeat. Don't be resigned on any kind of situation. Find an alternative. While an imaginative and venturesome search for alternate route can lead to success, certainly. As I put to sea again, any problem I faced later in life, even today, I find my mind blocked. I and I'm finding no hassles in problem, and suddenly hear the voice of my father. I always got my father wise word telling me, and I could hear his gentle voice speaking me as he always did. That's and I start thinking, is there any other method to do it? Is there any option with me? And I always found some other route to the square. My friend, his advice guided me successfully every time, as I say, and it continued to guide me every moment, every minute, wherever I get stuck, every year of my life. And I want to tell you, my friend, you also think that there is more than one way to the square always. You will never be stuck anywhere if you move with an open mind. Thank you very much.